Honorable Judge Joe Brown.
And your media lied and lied, they don't even touch that. Yeah. Let me tell you how corrupt they are. Remember Trayvon Martin and Zimmerman?
Mm-hmm.
I interviewed Trayvon's mother twice on the radio, and I talked to her in person. You know what she conveyed to me that Anderson Cooper asked her not to reveal?
What was that?
That Trayvon Martin's grandfather was a lieutenant detective with the Miami Police Department when he was killed.
Wow.
The daddy was with law enforcement. So this is a cop's grandson and the cop's son. This ain't no thug like they were trying to play it wearing a hoodie.
Yeah.
That a Jew guy shot because he's a homeowner instead of him being a Cubano who fits the profile for an OG, all these assaultive offenses. And he's 27 years old. And one of the main things that they have a problem with within 100 miles either side of Miami is Cubano gangs trying to have initiation right by jacking some black kid up. See, they didn't, and then the DA took a damn dive off of it because the DA, she wanted to get the support of the Cuban community for re-election.
Wow. Man, so much corruption out here.
And then the Democrats aren't any better than the Republicans. The Republicans come up with straight nonsense because at heart they're representing the interest of Goldman Sachs at all. The Democrats come up with some nonsense about who pisses in what bathroom, and they aren't getting anything done because at the bottom line, they're still financed by the same Goldman Sachs. If you notice Goldman Sachs commercials, what are they selling that the public can buy? But they got commercials. Because see, their deal is they don't have to have cash back up their accounts. They've got accounts that show on balance 11 times more American money than actually exists. But they don't have to have a dime to back it up. The U.S. government says we'll back it up for you. Hence, $700 billion bailout, $781 billion financial incentive plan. The two biggest bills in the history of the United States with for the benefit of Goldman Sachs, Smith, Barney, etc. Hillary's daddy worked for Goldman Sachs, and those leaked emails showed that she didn't get 13 million, she got 26 million. Cruz from the Republican Party, his wife worked for Goldman Sachs. You got Barack Obama and Michelle Obama worked for a Republican law firm that represented Goldman Sachs, and Obama's stepdaddy used Goldman Sachs, and his trust fund uses Goldman Sachs.
In other words, when you saying Judge following money.
Yeah, the only person out there on the national scene that ain't bought and sold is Bernie Sanders. He filed his net worth about $700,000. And then look at Hillary and Bill worth for $56 million. Bill Clinton was governor for 5 terms in Arkansas, the third lowest paid governor's position in America. Hillary Clinton, when she filed her taxes, when she got to be first lady, showed that for about 3 years right before Clinton got elected as president, she had made just a little less than $200,000 each of those 3 years, and then she gets a stipend as a first lady, and she works as U.S. Senator, and then as Secretary of State, which are public service jobs, but yet she's worth $28 million 14 months after being Secretary of State.
Wow.
When Sanders
paying somebody off.
See the transcript, it wasn't what she said. There are no transcripts because she didn't say anything. She just showed up and they gave her a check. She claimed $13 million. The release email showed she got $26 million. I can't stand Trump, but at least he heightens the contradiction. So I'm so glad you young people get to see what's really there. That this news media was hiding. They just didn't consider it newsworthy.
Yeah.
This stuff is nothing new. It's been there. They just didn't cover it. But they hate Trump so badly that they're trying to besmirch him. I don't care. They do that all day long. But we get a chance to see what's really there.
Oh, yeah.
We wouldn't have seen it otherwise.
That blame racism.
Yeah. See, it's like, you got to say this. And frankly, I think Trump is running a real BS game because what he's doing has nothing to do with his real agenda. I think what he's trying to do is set up a family dynasty. He's got a billionaire Jewish son-in-law. His wife, by the way, the current one, is no dumb butt. She's the CEO of a Fortune 500 company. She runs all by herself. You see, they don't tell you that. They did an IQ thing with the people that test for Mensa and test celebrities' IQ. Stephen Hawkins, the famous physicist, has an IQ of 160. Guess what? Donald Trump has the same IQ. He ain't no dummy. So when a genius looks like he's stupid, not saying geniuses can't act foolish, but he ain't no dummy. So you better check everything 4 and 5 times to figure out what he's really up to.
Yeah. So why do you think they're trying to get him for collusion, Judge?
They won't go anywhere. See, this is the bad thing. I can't stand him. But, you know, I was in the criminal law most of all of my career. Criminal court judge, defense lawyer, public defender. I even prosecuted at one time, way back when. But you see, let me say this. I haven't seen anything they can get him on. First off, most of what they're bad-mouthing him about is they're matters of poor judgment, poor choices, but that's not impeachable. It's got to be a high crime or a misdemeanor. In other words, a felony or a misdemeanor in office. And what they're talking about with Russians, the Constitution makes him the sole arbiter of foreign policy. He can talk to anybody he wants to. And this whole thing, they're talking about him getting money on the side. See, if you went after him, you'd have to go after Barack Obama because nothing got done with his trust fund. If you went after him, you'd have to go get George W. Bush, who, by the way, this is something the news media didn't pull off. Halliburton was trying to get the pipeline rights in Afghanistan. They haven't yet. Yeah. They were trying to get the rights to exploit the oil in Iraq. They have it now, and they're clearing $2.3 million net every 7 hours. And guess what Halliburton's connection to it is? George Herbert Walker founded Halliburton in 1946. That's Uncle Herbie to George Herbert Walker Bush, President Bush I, and great uncle to George Walker Bush, President Bush II. Halliburton is a Bush-Walker family enterprise. And see, under American law, as a loophole, the Bushes didn't have to divest themselves of interest in Halliburton. See, there's also a good argument that when Saddam Hussein invaded Kuwait and nationalized Zapata Offshore Oil Inc., which was owned personally by President George Herbert Walker Bush, that made the Bush family practically bankrupt. When they threw Saddam Hussein out of Kuwait, the Bushes were back in the dough, but they didn't bring that out.
Wow.
George W. Bush wants an excuse to go invade Iraq. You totally destabilized the region. You brought ISIS into existence. You created a mess because Halliburton wanted the rights to exploit Iraqi oil. Everybody was trying to normalize relationships with Iraq, and the Russians and the French signed a contract with Hussein to exploit Iraqi oil. Halliburton had been trying to get it. So we got the non-existent weapons of mass destruction, got caught all up in there. Millions of people have died or suffered. A small handful of Americans have lost their lives over there, but Halliburton gets $2.3 million every 7 hours net.
Now, do you think the same thing went into play when they took out Gaddafi?
That was the most obscene thing I've seen in a long time. See, Gaddafi. I know some people that have been over there, and they say if an American drops a wallet in the street, you know what happens to the wallet?
What?
It's in his hotel, waiting at the front desk with every dime he had in it and every credit card. They got special sections for Americans because they got to deal with the American oil companies. The American oil companies exploited the oil, they pumped the oil, and they got 15 cents on every dollar that Gaddafi brought into Libya.
Yeah.
So that's Hillary's deal about letting Gaddafi go under, and now that area is destabilized and is gone to hell. What you do is punish him, slap him around a little bit and say, act now. And we'll talk about you because it's good for our purposes. We can tell the American people they got an enemy. They'll believe it. And we can box each other around. We'll throw a pillow at you and you can keep slipping the money and we'll keep getting you the money so you can slip a little bit to us 15 cents on the dollar.
Judge, okay, I was talking to some Africans about around the time that Gaddafi got killed, and they said that one of the main reasons that they killed Gaddafi is because he was trying to unify the African dollar. He was saying that the American dollar wasn't worth nothing and that it's not backed by coke. Have you heard anything about that?
Yes, I have. One of my college roommates was from Nigeria. His name was Fonsa. He wound up being Deputy Minister of Energy. At least he was there about 15 years ago. I haven't heard from him for a while. They may have put him in front of a firing squad. I don't know. He was kind of like that. We drank a lot of beer together and hung out back in those days. And he was telling me just that thing, that Gaddafi was trying to bring about some unity. Now, I had the pleasure of meeting the heirs to the throne of Swaziland. That is, they will become High King and Prime Minister of the Zulu, these two young guys who were going to school out on the West Coast. Daddy was going to abdicate when they finished. But they were talking about the same thing and the perils that they ran into, particularly from the American government. Oppenheimer, the beers, and the diamond monopolies, and all of that other stuff. It was an interesting story they conveyed. But yeah, I heard that from them too. About Gaddafi trying to bring about a unity. That was before they had that stupid Arab Spring thing. Where everybody was jumping around, oh, they're trying to get democracy. Yeah, but you know, to keep the fanatics in place, you know, that gets a little rough sometimes.
So it's suffice to say that the interest of America is so big around the world that any infraction, as much as trying to unify an African dollar, can get a third world leader killed.
Yeah. And remember, they're talking about nonsense. Remember that stuff after 9/11 when the conservatives were ranting about why did the U.S. let this airplane full of people from Saudi Arabia escape after 9/11?
Yeah.
Well, the truth of the matter was that person is one of the princes that just recently got arrested by that young 32-year-old who was made the heir. But the person that got out was at that point next in line to be the Saudi High King. Guess what he was? He was a natural, native-born American citizen who could have run for U.S. president. He was born in America, went to school from kindergarten through grad school in California at public schools. His wife was born in America. She was an American citizen. And all of his kids were born in America, native-born American citizen, as was he. Now, that's supposed to be the next High King of Saudi Arabia. You ain't gonna detain him. You let him on out. Unless you were the biggest dummy in the world. Plus, he was gathering all kinds of intelligence for the U.S. government over there as head of Saudi counterintelligence.
Wow.
So, you see, all that nonsense, and it was hypocritical because these fools that was screaming the loudest ought to have known that that was the main source of U.S. information in the Middle East. And he's a Native American citizen.
Okay, one more question. From a legal standpoint, we're talking about human rights versus civil rights versus nationalized citizens versus Negroes, colors, black, and Ethiopians. Negroes, colors, and blacks, so I keep it on that level. Okay, is it correct that Barack Obama, whose father was from Kenya, he's a naturalized citizen versus, say, for instance, somebody that's been...
The Constitution is clear. If one of your parents is an American citizen, it doesn't make any difference where in the world you are born, you're an American citizen. What that whole birthgate thing was about is this. There is a matter of qualification for President of the United States. You can't just be a citizen. You have to be born in the continental United States, either in a state, a territory, or a protectorate. You can be born in American Samoa, the Panama Canal Zone, at an embassy or consulate You can be born on a military base. You can be born in Puerto Rico. You're eligible to be president. But if you are an American citizen who was born in Indonesia or someplace else, you aren't eligible. Incidentally, look at Cruz. Where was he born? Canada. One of his parents was an American citizen. Under the Constitution, he's not eligible for president. That's in a separate section. The whole thing about international rights, you hear the right wing talking about the UN taking over.
Yeah.
Simple matter. The Constitution's clear on it. Article 1, Section 8. It says it shall be the responsibility of the Commander-in-Chief of the United States, that's the President, and of the armed services to, quote, enforce the law of nations, unquote. It also says, and it's an interesting thing, that it is the duty of the Navy to pursue, suppress, and eradicate piracy wherever found in the world. You don't have to have a declaration of war. It's the duty of the armed services, particularly the Navy, to go after and suppress piracy. Okay, what is piracy? The other section of the Constitution says part of the supreme law of the land shall be those treaties that were ratified by the Senate. So we have quite a few treaties that say air piracy is piracy. Hijacking an airplane is piracy. So 911, what happened? 4 airplanes got hijacked. Under international law and as confirmed by treaty, that is piracy. You don't need international war on terror. We have to fight terror. There's no such damn thing. How you gonna fight an idea? But it is piracy, so the Constitution makes it mandatory that the Navy will pursue the pirates. Hence you got SEAL Team 6 taking out Bin Laden.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, was kind of dumb. Why would you kill the man when you could have captured him, kept him confined secretly, and gotten all the information from the big man? You could have tortured him, anything you wanted. I think they killed him by accident and just claimed they did it on purpose. Because if they could get his body out of there, they could have got him out of there. I think they shot him when he was up on that balcony and they were shooting up because they didn't know who that was. But it would have made more sense to have taken him captive, kept him on an aircraft carrier for 6-7 months, interrogated the hell out of it. Nobody would have cared, and then revealed right before the election, oh, we've had Bin Laden in custody, and he has been a treasure trove of information. That would have freaked the devil out of some of the people involved, and it would have been good politics, and you could have killed him and dumped his body overboard. Nobody could say yeah or nay.
Mm-hmm.
So why did you go kill him on the spot and have to go stake computers when you could have interrogated the person? You know, basic military stuff. You send out patrols, 1, to recon the terrain, and 2, to capture prisoners for information. The higher their rank, the better.
Now, JudgeJoeBrown, I was going to ask you, what do you think about this? Because I've been kind of thinking about this as, you know, I just travel out through, you know, different cities throughout the country. You know, when 2008 happened, the housing crisis happened, and a lot of those people's, you know, their mortgages, you know, those balloon payment mortgages, you know.
Richard Geithner's idea.
Okay.
He was Obama's Treasury Secretary, good buddy from Chicago. That bungled mortgage thing, which was irresponsible. He was chief consultant for Goldman Sachs. And wait a minute, let's get to something where we do get racism. I testified at the sentencing hearing for Wesley Snipes.
Okay.
Good friend, known him for years. Wesley Snipes did not get convicted by a jury of tax fraud or tax evasion. The truth of the matter is IRS presented evidence that he had overpaid his taxes by $250,000. What they got him on was, guess what? The lesser included offense, 3 counts of failure to file a complete set of returns. And he had been out of the country, but for 4 months over a 3-year period of time, shooting Blade 2 and some other movies, and they were after the firm that represented him. The firm had 4,200 plus clients. The only black one was Wesley Snipes, and he was the only one of their 4,200 clients that they indicted. Want to hear something else found?
What's that?
Where they had the proceedings, is a county that contains the only freestanding Ku Klux Klan paraphernalia store in the whole of the United States. And guess what? The judge sent all of the prospective jurors home so they could discuss motions. He told them they would be notified by me. He was getting ready to jack up a good couple of 3 or 4 handfuls of them for contempt for not showing up. He got suspicious when he found out they were all black. And then he discovered that the clerk's office had sent them all the same wrong date. So Snipes wound up with an all-white jury. The jury said they didn't realize he'd go to jail. Again, it wasn't even the judge. He had a lawyer. And the lawyer was in there trying to go over stuff, and the judge was saying, sir, the court is very aware of your brief. That's on page 11 of your brief. The court is trying to do Mr. Snipes a favor by hearing his sentencing proceeding before the motion for a new trial. Counsel, will you please let the court hear from all of these impressive character witnesses? There are 27 excellent letters that the court has read that it is most impressed by. So would you please call a witness? Well, we want to get into this, Mr. He said, the court has gone over this. This is not the time. Well, I'm not going to tell you how to handle your case. This went on all day. He said, stop. We're taking a 15-minute break. You're going to call 4 character witnesses. So you're going to call Judge Brown. You're going to call Master Stewart, karate man. You're going to call Colonel so-and-so and Mr. So-and-so. He had all these military people there to testify what a help he's been to the American Defense Department as he traveled abroad.
Yeah.
And this fool sat there and he's going through nonsense. He brought some little young white lawyer, female, in there, and she told the court that it didn't know anything about sentencing law. They said, ma'am, the court just admitted you to practice before this court. Said you're 32 years old. The court has been on the bench for 36 years, just 4 years longer than you've been alive, and you want to tell the court it is not familiar with the Sentencing Act, with all of its inequities and everything else you've been complaining about? What is wrong with you? Let's bring a witness in here so the court can hear about Mr. Snipes' character so it can act in a just fashion in terms of sentencing.
Was this the federal judge?
Federal judge is begging Wesley Snipes' lawyer to please put on his defense. And he's trying to go over this brief that was horribly written. I read it. It was all. I could bring in a 10th grader who could do better. The judge said, sir, the court is begging you. You leave the court no option. You got to put on proof of your client's character. And there's certain elements you have to establish. So, tell you how bad it was. This is about black lawyers again. Some of us not taking care of business. This guy likes to put on airs about he's big time Atlanta lawyer. And it's like, sir, the court's not going to tell you how to do your business, but there are some elements you have to cover here, and you're not doing them. The government said, the United States requests that the court revoke Mr. Snipes' bond and he be taken directly into custody. He said, the court's not going to do that. He said, if anybody what they saw on this appeal, Mr. Snipes won't do a day in take. In fact, Mr. Snipes, the court will have your passport returned to you. You may leave the country. You must attend all further proceedings. The court is not going to have this. Said bond will remain in the same status as it is for appeal. Mr. Snipes' passport is returned. The government's motion is denied. And this idiot filed a horrible brief that was so bad, Wesley's wife had to get another team of lawyers, including me, together to come up with a brief to file as a habeas corpus because his lawyer was being a dingbat and didn't do anything with what he had. Now, you know where my connection with Geithner is? Geithner defrauded the federal government out of several $1 million in taxes. You know what his punishment was?
What?
A $48,000 fine and 6 months suspended. You know what Wesley Snipes got? a year on each one of the 3 counts running consecutively.
Wow, that was overreaching there.
The judge even said it, but in this case, I would attribute most of the mess to his lawyers' incompetence.
So the lawyers, the lawyers from Atlanta you talking about?
Yes.
Wow.
I actually hung my head. I was embarrassed. Somebody next to me, a martial artist or something, said, Judge, is it bad? It actually seems, I said, sir, it's worse.
Wow. It might have a lot to do with, criminalizing black folks. You know what I mean? To criminalize Wesley Snipes, to make everybody look like a criminal. Because if he's one of our most renowned figures in the community, it makes sense, to demonize him and make him look like a criminal.
Yes. I mean, I don't even like to think about that. That makes me so damn angry.
Yeah.
I sat there and watched it.
No, but what I was going there with the housing crisis and all that, how I look at it like gentrification. If you look through a lot of inner cities, you see a lot of, renewal, but, you don't see a lot of those people that, had ownership of those houses coming back, after that, now after the banks bought up all the foreclosed homes and stuff like that. It seems like it's a new face put on through all these...
Gentrifying.
Yeah, gentrifying all these different inner cities.
Well, see, what you do is you take those people after you've taken their home.
Mm-hmm.
You put them into a quasi-Section 8 situation. You've got some favored people who are contractors. They get contracts to build these Section 8 housing tracts. And they get to operate them for the municipal government that's involved. So they make money off of building it, and they get money off of being the landlord. And typically the municipality pays them because it's supposed to be good for business, and the money is taken out of the tax coffers and it doesn't go to anybody's good. Or else you sit there and you take a situation. One of the things they do is they take public housing, tear it down, they gentrify the place, and they put these people in Section 8 situations where the property values drop. It's like one of the common things I always wound up finding, and I had a lot of these on my show for 15 years, is the toilet paper thing. They would not home train the kids, and the landlords had repeated problems with it. This unit, which was Section 8, they'd have to keep sending the plumber out there, roto-rooter the pipes, because they were clogged up with 7, 8, 9, 12 feet of toilet paper come back. Train your children how to use the toilet? Huh? Don't they know? Oh, man, come on.
Judge Brown, I grew up in Chicago. I grew up in this project called Robert Taylor Home. They eventually tore all those housing down, those projects down.
Yeah.
What they did was they moved all
of that.
they moved all of those brothers into the suburbs, into North Chicago, and what happened was the killing spiral, because like the way we do it, if I lived on 48th Street, or if I lived on 47th Street, and you lived on 60th and 3rd, then we had a pact that was your neighborhood, this our neighborhood, we don't come over there, and we don't bother you, but we were rival gangs. So what they did was they tore down all those houses and put those same gangs in the same neighborhood, and that's why over in the last 4 or 5 years, over 9,000 or whatever the rate is, people that died because they got those same people in the same community, and they did that purposely because they got what they call a gang unit in Chicago, so they know what gangs represent what gangs, and they know, and not only that, because of the Cubs stadium right there, and the White Sox and all those stadiums over there, they gentrify those communities. They build luxury apartments over there, but they moved all those brothers and sisters, who are rival gangs in the same area. So, that's why the murder rate is out of control right now. You know what I'm saying? Not only did they take the community and they moved the people out of the community, but they also put them in a situation where they had no choice, where they living right across the street from each other, who maybe say 10 or 15 years ago, you might have killed my cousin, or, you jumped on my homeboy. Now we living right directly across the street, and we all got guns. We all selling drugs.
That's a bad situation.
Yes, it's terrible, and that's why the murder rate is up. That's why the murder rate up, Judge. That's why the murder rate is up in Chicago.
Yeah,
they don't take the real.
Wait, hold on again. Say that again, Judge JoeBrown.
Don't you call those gentrified areas mommy towns now?
Yeah.
Mommy towns? Yeah.
Mommy towns, as in mother. all of the well-to-do folk pushing their kids around in baby strollers now, where it used to be like over there where Capri Green used to be.
Yeah. That's the same thing happened. I was in Harlem 10 years ago, and that's when I wrote the book with Simon Schuster. When I was in Harlem, I went to Sirius to get something to eat, and I was walking through the community, and man, with nothing but white people, pushing their children around and walking their dogs. And 10 years ago, before that, I was in New York. I was in New York in 1990. Back then, you couldn't even find no white people in Harlem. You couldn't even find almost if you go past Manhattan, past Central Park, you couldn't find too many white people then.
That always cracked me up about New York, Manhattan. You have Harlem in 10-minute walking distance with the high rent district.
Yeah.
It's like, man.
Yeah, Harlem is all. Clinton got an office in Harlem right now. He paid $2 million. Yeah, they say he paid $2 million for that office.
I got a roll. I've been on here, 2 hours now?
Yeah, we gotta go.
Yeah.
I'm an old man. I got some things I gotta attend to. I'm a bachelor these days, so I gotta do them by myself.
Okay.
So let me sign off, but it's been great being on here with you. I hope you can do something with it.
Oh, I will. We will.
Thank you, Judge.
Too old,
Thank you,
I'm
Judge
just trying to share some of the life I've been through with everybody.
All right.
Okay, I appreciate it, brother.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate you, Judge Brown.
Power to you.
Oh, yeah, more power to you, too.
More power to you, Judge Brown.
All right. Thanks.
And by the way,
Yeah.
you know what this came up with. This is me tweeting on Judge Joe Brown TV. So some people doubt that's really me. I don't have a blue check, but I do. I am the one that tweets at Judge Joe Brown at Judge Joe Brown TV.
I want to say before you go to add anything else that you may want the people to know, so they can look out for it.
I may have another show coming out in the fall.
Okay.
See, I was going through a divorce. It took me just 2 months shy of 4 years to get through it. It really took me, man. California thing with community property, boy, that's rough out there. But, there's no point in what they say in the South, fattening frogs for other snakes to eat.
Yeah.
So I'm coming back, I'm feeling in good health now, so maybe I'll get another show and I can spread a little truth, whatever the devil they wind up paying me or not paying me. Signing off, brothers, I gotta go.
Too cool to count 24/7.